It's out of nowhere. We broadcasted this live on Twitch, but we will be also uploading this on YouTube for all you crazy bastards. Please join us over the next couple weeks going live from Twitch to try to get me partnered on Twitch. And here we go with Out of Nowhere, episode 86. We're coming up to the Royal Rumble, and this shit is getting crazy. There's some weird-ass rumors about Daniel Bryan and Paige, and what the hell's real? I don't know! Welcome everybody to Out of Nowhere. It's Out of Nowhere, number 86. And it's January 17, 2018. As we continue to approach towards the Royal Rumble, we're really close here. In fact, I don't even know how close we are. Is the Royal Rumble next week? Oh shit! All the co-hosts are muted. I'm sorry. Let me fix this, Jake. I'm sorry. Yes,
son of a bitch.
I didn't even
yelling injury page.
I didn't even look. I didn't even bother looking. Can you tell me is the Rumble this week?
It's next Sunday.
This Sunday coming up.
Nope,
next.
the Sunday after.
Not this Sunday. The Sunday after.
Correct.
Not that this is Sunday. Next to Sunday. This week is upcoming has the 25th anniversary of Monday Night Raw.
I think that's what I was thinking of. That thing's confusing me because it's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a huge deal. It's going to be a lot of fun. A few people have mentioned, what do we think the intro is going to be? I think they're going to have an amalgamation and combination of all of the past theme songs combined.
Well, they've been doing that on the YouTube channel. They've been showing like, remakes, which some of them are really cool. But I'm sick of that fucking Nickelback song already.
I didn't like it to begin with.
Wait a minute. Is that the new song is Nickelback? I thought the old one was the Nickelback, right?
No, they're using that to hype up the 25th Raw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it was.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, that sack
What's
of shit.
looking day tonight? You know, the Bruins used that as their opening pump-up song in like 2012, and it drove me nuts, dude. It was awful. It was terrible.
It just keeps coming back to haunt you.
Yeah.
I had the Tide Pod challenge, to be honest with you.
Yeah. We need to have more people die of the Tide Pod challenge. That way we can just, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, let's have some Tide Pods. Go see what happens. Go ahead.
Somebody sent me survival of the fittest.
Exactly.
Somebody sent me an image before of they had Ajax cut into like Coke lines, and they're like, "Oh, that's cute. You still eat Tide Pods?"
That is awesome.
I saw someone that said like the Downy beads. It's like, hey, you guys are eating Tide Pods. You're missing out on these Downy Dippin' Dots.
Downy Dippin' Dots. You know what's funny is they have no idea what they're missing, man. That you haven't done nothing until you've eaten kitty litter.
That's where it's at.
Yeah, you got to eat some kitty litter. Hey, Kevin
it's like
Nash.
Cereal. You got to add milk.
Kevin Nash just tweeted out that he's not going to be at Raw 25 because of his knee. I didn't even know he was going to be there. So is he someone that they never announced that, or did they announce him? I didn't know that.
No, they did. There's a fucking huge list of people they announced. I tried to pull up the list just now. Hall and Nash were one. Bischoff was another. Bruce Pritchard. It's funny if you go back and watch the commercials, they start off with like some of the bigger names and then they like kind of tweedle down and they announce like Austin is the last. So it's like, watch the return of The Undertaker, DX, New Age Outlaws, Eric Bischoff, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. Then it's like the $1 Million Man, the Boogeyman, Teddy Long, and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
They try to sandwich in between.
Oh, that's so funny. I even
They
saw
stack in
Terry.
some of the lighter hitters. You know?
I saw Terry Reynolds is going to be there too. I thought that was
Yeah.
funny.
Oh, the women's list is just as impressive too. Kelly will be there as well. Terry Reynolds, Jacqueline, Molly Holly,
I let the
Ivory.
I let the cat out of the bag on Patreon that I was working with Terry Reynolds for a little while. We shot several pilot podcast episodes, but we came to the realization. Oh, that's my buddy. That's Bob calling us to play a pub.
He's like, "Where are you?"
But I came to the realization that I just had no time to do it because she wanted to tape during Monday Night Raw, and so that was her time. So I really didn't have it. So it just didn't work out. So she is announcing her podcast this week coming up. So if anybody hears that, look for Terry Reynolds' podcast. I was supposed to do it with her, so give her some support. But I'm happy she's going to be on Raw. She's cool, man. I mean, she's the coolest person I ever, she texts me and shit. When something comes up, she asks me how I'm doing. She comments on my kids' photos on Facebook and shit. She's just awesome. So I really hope her podcast goes really well. And I'm really disappointed that I didn't get to be her co-host on that because that was going to be fun. But
it was awesome how much YouTube clicked when you had her on for the interview. And she
That's what
has
she
so
said.
many great stories that you really, her tenure wasn't that long in the company, but she was around at such a pivotal time that, she just knows so many people. And so she has so many road stories and things like that just so much insight that you wouldn't fathom, but incredibly entertaining. So
yeah, she's going to be, it's cool. I'm glad she's going there. And I'm glad a lot of people are coming back. Maria Kanellis is going to be there with a baby bump.
Yeah, she's 6 months pregnant now?
Yeah, there's some
she's like, I
workout
can't
videos.
wait to. Yeah, she's like, I can't wait to get back in the ring. Somebody was like, oh, what are you talking about? One step at a time. And she's like, oh, working moms have children and wrestle all the time. What are you talking about? But she looks great and she's ready to go kick some ass.
Hey, you guys hear this noise?
Half black, son.
Yeah.
Black son.
Nice. You heard that, so we're good to go.
Finally.
Let me turn the donations on, guys. You guys have been saying some shit. Let's see what you have to say. Bulldog Club is hosting the show. Bulldog Club, welcome to the party, man. Welcome to Out of Nowhere, wrestling questions and all that shit. I want to hear from you guys, hear what you guys have to say. Let me see. Mick, oh, this is WC Mickey or Mikey? I forget what it is. Is it Mickey?
WCC Mikey.
It is Mikey. I always say Mickey. I don't know why. How did you hear the Uso got in trouble with the law?
Broke out of the Uso
hey.
penitentiary.
No, he said, hey, did you hear? Yeah, I did. I heard it days ago, but I didn't make a video because I was busy doing something, because otherwise I would have made one. I would have loved to jump on, talking about one of the Usos getting arrested, because that's just weird.
Yeah.
But
Jey Uso got pulled over, and failed the breathalyzer test. So
we just hope that, that this doesn't hurt them at all. It's kind of weird that the Uso gets in trouble and Roman Reigns now with the steroid stuff coming out about him, which is...
Roman has a response, actually, that was just put out, not even, I think, like 30 minutes before we went live.
Oh,
so.
shit, really? I would have titled the video that. Well, let me see. Raven Knight, thanks for the host. Yeah, go ahead, Jake, with it.
It's actually from cage side seats. They're passing it along.
Oh, shit.
Oh, the suspense.
Oh, the suspense. Yeah, hold on.
My name is Kane and I'm donating.
I still got to fix this text. It's all fucked up.
You want to see my dick? I'll show you my dick. I'm in ULDETH Entertainment. No, really, do you want to see it? I think I have to see a doctor. Except Joe, Jake, and OKFabe.
What's up, man?
SEANCVIEW confirms that CM Punk will be in Paige's debut porn Bukaki backstage slot 7.
Oh, we knew he was returning somehow.
My balls, what do you see? I think my testicles gonna be.
Sorry. Null Death, thank you for the 666 Null Death. Appreciate the support as always. Donnie M, thanks for hosting the show right now. We're live on Twitch exclusively, except for the patrons who are watching us on YouTube. What's up to the patrons on YouTube and what's up to Twitch? Eddie, thanks for the host.
Just put some Neosporin on your dick. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Bam.
Where are we with this? Let me see. When can you say what you want to say? Well, the thing is, we're getting loaded on. Justin Sausage is hosting the show. Go ahead, Jake. I'll give you some room here.
So Roman Reigns went ahead and he issued the following statement to cage side seats and other outlets. He said, I have never heard of Richard Rodriguez or wellness, fitness, nutrition. I have learned from the mistake I made nearly 2 years ago and paid the penalty for it. Since then, I've passed 11 tests as part of WWE's independent drug testing program. So he is emphatically denying, these allegations to be not true whatsoever. Him being implicated with being a client with the Iron Addicts gym or wellness, fitness, nutrition. And he's saying that this Richard Rodriguez guy is full of crap. So we haven't heard any evidence being used, just allegations. So it's a lot of, he said at this point. But I'm glad at least Reigns finally came out and took a stand. Had he kept silent too much longer, it was going to be, even more speculation and worry.
Yeah, that's, and even if he did it, even if this is from the same situation, why would they say anything but deny it? Like, he's already gotten in trouble for it. Why would you that's from the... No, you wouldn't. You'd just be like, yeah, I did my time. I've been clean for the last 11 months. I'm just stating facts, and that's it. And just move on.
Yeah, exactly.
The one thing that was weird to me when the initial, buzz came out about it was they said, oh, they named Roman Reigns. They didn't name his, real name. They just named, as far as I know.
No, he did say Joe NY in the report I read.
Oh.
Reigns he said in response, Joe NY, Reigns' legal name, was named in the documentary. And then Joseph also issued the following statement to Cage Side Seats, saying I'd never heard of Richard Rodriguez. And so he did say his actual real name.
Well, there's a lot of Joe Samoans out there.
There's
right?
a ton.
There's
that
a
work
lot
for
of these
the WWE that...
There's a lot of these guys. It's not him.
That wear chest protectors.
You got a 50-50 shot,
Somebody said the other day something really funny. They said, I heard that he wears the chest protector. He's smart. He wears the chest protector so he can hide all of his pimples, unlike Jinder.
Yeah, the body acne. I was going to say that.
That's funny. I don't know. I don't remember who said that on Twitter, but somebody did.
You know what made me think of it was the Raw 25 when I watched the top 25 moments, and when you saw him get taken out by Seth Rollins when the Shield broke up, they took off the protector on his chest. I'm like, have we seen his chest since then? Kind of made you.
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't take it off anymore. There's just a cabbage patch down there as shit.
Oh, God. Unlike Jinder Mahal where he can play goddamn connect the fucking dots.
Yeah, it's just loaded so down there. He's a fucking mess.
A little dipper.
The way his nipples protrude. Yeah.
Jinder's all weird. Jinder's got because he's got the gyno and then the pimples and then the big brownie pepperoni nipples. So it's if you see his titties at the wrong time, it looks like a fucking fish is giving birth to a ball sack. It's the weirdest goddamn thing.
When they botched Tara Reid's boob job there. That's exactly what it reminds me of.
Just look at him. Look at his back. Look, son, that's the constellations.
All googly-eyed.
My God. Yo, what's up to everybody in the chat? Yeah, I'm glad some of you guys are patrons on the Patreon page. If you are, yes, I get the reference of the little sausage. We had someone, let's just say an ex-girlfriend of someone, call the show and fucking expose something, which I did not know that was going to happen. Even I thought that was oh, fuck, this is fucked. But it's pretty funny. So, yeah, if you want to listen to, what was it, episode 32 of Corrupted, it's on there on Patreon. If you're a patron, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. We appreciate all the support you guys give. It's big time right now. You guys are clutch for all the support you give. And speaking of clutch, we got a lot of shit to talk about tonight, but we got to turn these alerts on so we can get through this shit.
Catch up.
We got Knucklehead hosting. Thank you, Knucklehead. I might have to turn the hosting alert off. There's so many fucking hosts. I might actually have to because there's just so many.
Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch is just going crazy. Jabroni, we got Chris Dupuis. Dewdrop, we got everybody in here just chiming in and hosting. There's so many hosts right now that it's fucking crazy. But hey, it is appreciated, and they're going by quick. The Rose, thank you, man. What's up, bro? Thanks for the host. We're in host. It's like a record for hosting right now.
Yeah, not much of a news story here, but just something I wanted to bring up. I thought it was somewhat amusing. Chris Jericho had both Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn on. They were discussing the Hell in a Cell match against Shane McMahon. And Zayn spoke about how ridiculous the spot was when Shane jumped off the top of the cell. He said, to me, this is an elite Hollywood level stunt. And they were just kind of like, well, just pull Kevin Owens off.
We'll just pull him off and jump.
Sammy's like, well, when? Hang on. When exactly do I pull him off? And they're like, as soon as you see Shane's foot come off. And he's like, I have a 1.8 second margin to make sure I go from invisible to grabbing him. He's lifeless. You don't understand the margin of error for this. He's like, it was just, Owen said, grab me, and they were literally one head length away from, making this a disaster. And I went back and I watched it after reading this, and they were exactly within 1 foot of Kevin's head hitting into Shane. Like it was just perfect luck timing.
Look at this, CJ Reela 3. CJ Reela. What's up, CJ? Hey, CJ just subscribed to the Twitch channel. So
awesome.
Thank you very much, CJ. I don't know if you subscribe with your own money or if you did it with the Twitch, because if you have Twitch Prime, it's free for you to subscribe, but it gives me money. So either way, CJ, thank you for subscribing. We are having a subscription on Twitch sponsor party. Thanks for sponsoring the show, essentially, CJ. Yeah, that's, dude, when you watch it, it's fucked up. King Jordan, thanks to the host. It's like,
yeah.
And I remember thinking that, like, oh, it's too bad they didn't wait a little longer because it would have looked a little better. But it's like, somebody could have been really fucked up, like, if that had happened. Someone's head hit somebody else's head or something, like, forget about it. And the way, because he landed that way.
It happened so perfectly, but, here they're saying, well, it bothers me a lot. My back was a real issue. Even for him just to grab me and sit me up, my lower back would kill me. It was almost like I'd had to turn to the side and then sit up. So Shane's body at the velocity comes maybe tops 3 feet away from Kevin's head when he's sitting up, and I felt the wind, says Sammy.
Damn.
Like, it was just, you watch it back and you're like, wow, it really was just that close. And then you think about the people that are like, wrestling's fake, just
shit bum.
Hey Joe, Jake and Connor.
Hey.
I know TakeOver Philly is next week, but I can't wait to go to TakeOver Mania and Mania 34. Go and be a wild wet weekend, lol. Hopefully TakeOver will be out of nowhere, haha.
Hey, I hope TakeOver is that good, man. Kalel Bama. What's up, Kalel? Kalel Bama, 311. Absolutely. Dude, Philly. I hope Philly destroys, bro.
I mean, TakeOver's got, a fucking Extreme Rules match between Black and Cole. I think we'll be good.
Right there is you sold me. I could just watch that and be fine.
Yeah, TakeOver's going to be sick, bro. Kalel Bama, thanks for chiming in, Mr. Super Sexy.
Kalel Bama.
Aleister Black really does have like a rocket strapped to his ass. You think about it, just last year at WrestleMania when he was at NXT TakeOver then to where he is now, he really made it to the top quickly, and he's just ascending super fast.
I've heard a lot of things like very similar to Finn where he does not want to leave NXT.
Who would?
No, I wouldn't want to leave either. I'd be like, this is great.
I know we say it all the time, but
you want money though. You want the money. I mean, the money changes like a lot. That's the thing. I mean, I know that it's not everything, but I mean, it does. It's like when you start thinking like, oh, I can be up there making this amount of money. Like you're gonna be like, this. I'd rather be doing that.
Plus, the tour schedule is different. I watched a Rude do an interview, Bobby Roode. He said, like, ever since we got up here, he goes, we did 3 world tours.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, Rude's been, international tours. Now, mind you, Rude's been only up since, like, SummerSlam. And so in, like, 4 months, he's been in, outside the country 3 fucking times. Like, Jesus.
He got a slight pay increase, and he's doing, like, 3 times more work, right? Probably.
Yeah, plus, I mean, they're also showing that the NXT guys are far less overworked than the main roster, folks. So, yes, you get a pay increase. But Jinder Mahal wrestled 185 matches last year. The next 4 in suit were Baron Corbin with 181, AJ Styles with 179, Sami Zayn with 178, and Charlotte Flair with 173. So, I mean, right there, out of the top 5 superstars, most were on the blue brand. So, it's like, it says a lot, and this article on Forbes here says WWE statistics show its stars are being overworked, especially on SmackDown. Brings up, quite a good deal of points saying, yes, this certainly leads credence to the long-running argument that WWE superstars are overworked, doesn't it? Saying just the numbers, but when you don't always factor in the travel days too, how little they're home. There is no off season or time that they really get off unless they're injured, and injuries have been more prevalent now in the past 5 years than in the last 10 years combined. Like it just there's a lot of stats here. So
injury pain.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they've been accused of a little overbooking too, but I know to me, I'm not noticing it, and maybe we're fucking hypocritical there, but
Yeah, well, if you look back at 2017, you have Dean Ambrose, right? And then you have Jinder Mahal with the shoulder, Big Cass ACL, Seth Rollins MCL tear, Samoa Joe, recent foot injury, torn meniscus. Braun Strowman had elbow surgery, Rusev shoulder surgery, Jeff Hardy multiple surgeries, plus he's high. The Revival, both Dash and Dawson, one with a broken jaw, one with his bicep. Bailey, Xavier Woods, Paige. I can keep going. You get the point. That it's just that's not great. So
I mean, look back at when Seth got hurt when he was the champion, right? He was doing. Someone looked back like the last month, right? The last 30 days. Almost every night he was main eventing house shows, doing street fights with Kane. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you don't need to be in that position. And you think back to when CM Punk was injured with his knee out on the stage in crutches because he had to be there. How often do you think of these people? Kevin Owens worked through injury because he wanted to, hold on to the Universal Championship. He didn't want to drop it. A lot of times, they feel like I have to hurry back from injury. They don't, if they're supposed to rehab for 9 months, they want to be back in 4. They want to be back tomorrow if they could, but they really push it to the extreme because, as you know, when you're not on TV, you're forgotten, and it takes a long time to build up your credit, your stock back in the WWE universe. So,
and it's a double-edged sword, though. I feel like part of it is, you're right, they want to get back and be instantly back on television, but at the same time, absence sometimes makes the heart grow fonder. So sometimes a return can be just as good.
I feel like more often than not, everybody's in a rush to return.
Yeah, of course they are. Everybody is.
And I mean, that argument can be made with Paige. And now, from the rumor mill, Paige is set to get a new role in WWE. So her wrestling career may, in fact, still be done. But it says right here, similar to what happened with Corey Graves, they're saying fans can expect that Paige and the WWE will shed light further on this situation over the weekend or next few days. Paige will stay in the WWE, but it's going to be in a non-wrestling capacity is what's being said now.
Is she going to be a fluffer?
I feel like they won't do it. I really believe they're not going to do it until after the Rumble. I really think that they're trying to stay away from
they're going to hold off with the announcement till after then. But I do believe she's done, unfortunately. I hope it's not the case. I really do. But
yeah, it's weird. And the fact that she's like, 2018 is going to be great. And it's really weird that all these reports about her being done, and then they kind of no-sold it completely. And now everybody, I even had people saying you reported this fake news, idiot. And it's yeah, everybody did. Every website, every news report, official people, you're dumb. Everything that, most of the stuff I mention in a news story is well-known news. It's not like I made a small little, it's not like a dirt sheet site that's only one site's reporting on it and I decided to make a video out of it. That's what Sean's View does. No,
it's not just from Bill Body's mouth.
I could do that, and I might start doing that a little bit. But the thing is he goes over the top with the titles. That's the thing is CM Punk returns 2018. It's you don't write that. Could CM Punk return in 2018? Or wrestler says CM Punk could return. That's different. That's okay.
Wait, Punk's not coming back?
No, he's not. I don't think so. He might.
Well, actually,
he might.
we talked about this last night.
He might be at Raw. Yeah, go ahead, Jake.
Okay, we were discussing this last night. Go figure, kind of segue into this. But one of the people that constantly, has updates for us on Twitter is this guy named Adam Ant. And he's usually pretty spot on. He messaged us back January 2nd saying the number 2 spot is going to be the pipe bomb and the number 1 is going to be the Austin, beer truck, for Budweiser or Coors, whatever it was. And, that's going to be the top moments for Raw's 25th anniversary countdown. Lo and behold, yesterday, or Tuesday, Monday, whatever it was, we watched it. He was right. And he said back, in the beginning of the month that if CM Punk makes it, to number 2, as said, then he's going to record something or be there live via satellite at the 25th anniversary of Raw to, thank everybody for acknowledging his pipe bomb promo. So it very well may happen. He might have some type of, little shot thank you, or he might be live via satellite. He won't be there in person. I could almost guarantee that, but
I mean, that alone is shocking.
Yeah, but just the fact that they acknowledged the pipe bomb promo, so prevalently and made it that high. I mean, the number 2 spot is a big deal in 25 years of events that happened. So
yeah, I actually just finished it right before we hopped on here, and I was kind of like, wow, there were a couple of them that like I was surprised that they were so soon, like within the last like 5 years that they gave to like top spots. Not that I'm complaining or like going to go into a huge thing about this should have been, but just kind of more surprised that so many things were more so relevant as of late.
yeah, like the Daniel Bryan yes movement, I didn't think would be so high.
Yeah, that was weird.
Too.
I mean, they always put newer stuff first, so I get that. His Paige's butt plug, by the way, thanks to Dylan Starks for the 10 bits. Paige's butt plug says, looks like WWE Films is trying to compete with Pornhub. I would like to congratulate on Paige's new role. Imagine that WWE Films presents Paige's asshole.
Pages stuck together.
Oh, that was great, Connor.
Great.
Oh my God,
Sticky
Connor.
Pages.
Oh my God. Coming.
This summer, Sticky Pages. Pages stuck
Sticky Pages.
together.
Starring Austin Creed, Brad Maddox, and a surprising cameo by Glenn Jacobs.
And he does this like as he's getting a BJ, and then he goes, oh, and then like fire shoots out of his pants. Man, they could really turn that into some fucking cool shit.
Hell yeah, with the production team they have.
God damn, they could do it.
ShiBUM.
It's too bad.
Joe, what's your odds favorite list to win the Rumble this year and your thought on EC3? Coming to WWE again?
Thank God, JDog916. And by the way, JDog916, JDog, thanks for becoming a $5
ShiBUM.
You nasty motherfucker. We'll talk about the Rumble situation. I really still think I'm still going Nakamura 1. I've been saying Nakamura for 5 months. I ain't changing it. I'm sticking with Nakamura. There's reports about Daniel Bryan. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. And what the hell was your other question? You said something else, and I forget what it was. Fuck.
EC3.
Oh, EC3. Yes. No death. Congrats on Paige's new gangbang locker room POV vid, $69.99. Thanks,
Hey.
No Death. That is 5 months of support. So thank you for the 5 months of support. No
That's
Death.
awesome. Another 5-monther there.
Oh yeah. So only if you can bring that theme song, man. I love that theme song. That Trouble.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Dubber.
That was one of their best themes over there. They usually suck, but that was good.
Bankrupt.
Yeah, it was.
Dubber.
Oh man, when that shit come on, you just be like, oh, here he's. Hey, they could get it from Ed Norholm gave away the broken shit the right way. So there's Dylan hitting us up with 40 bits. I think you have to do 20 or 40 for it to least alert. So thank you, Dylan. Appreciate that.
I know that he cleared out his schedule. Like he had an indie appearance that was supposed to take place during Rumble weekend, and he canceled it. So it's like everyone's like, ooh.
Yeah, what's this mean? What if he? I don't know where he would appear first.
Well, there
We're gonna
wasn't.
see where Derek Bateman's going.
Yeah, there was a fun tweet that I saw that kind of made me kind of like hopeful, and it was him and Rockstar Spud because they did the thing in TNA together.
Yeah.
And I think the caption was along the lines of, "There's a unit." Like they're both like looking out, like almost like a Star Trek poster. Like they're looking out into the horizon, and it just says, "We have a universe to conquer."
I don't know about Rockstar Spud. As far as he goes, how far is he really gonna go in WWE?
I mean, I'm in NXT role. I mean, I don't think he's gonna be the champion, but could be fun.
He could be pretty cool in NXT.
Could be cool,
though.
but
I
don't know. It depends on how they
Manager?
package him.
I mean, I guess the good thing about Rockstar Spud is he'll be probably pretty good in NXT, and then if they bring him up to 205 Live, he can speak, which is I feel like a lot of the cruiserweights on 205 Live, they're not very good at that. Like
No.
Cedric Alexander's speech or whatever he said the other day was stupid. He was like, he let Goldust talk a bunch, and then he was like, oh, and Enzo, blah, blah, blah. I got two, there's only one word that describes you. Then he just said Enzo's thing. And I know that that's to, like, get the heel upset, like, oh, I used your catchphrase. But it was just stupid.
Yeah, that's your moment to shine, and you're just going to be a parrot. Come on.
Why wouldn't you say something else? Why wouldn't you say, Enzo, you think you're the best, you wear all this expensive clothing, you walk around talking about, how you go to the club to party and everything. But what's it going to be like next week when you go out to the club, but you don't have any money anymore, and you don't have that title around your waist, and all you are is a loser at a club? I'm going to be the the cruiserweight champion, whatever, something, anything, say
Vince
something.
Russo, again, the other day was talking about, I said I was listening to him and Stone Cold on Stone Cold's 500th podcast, and Russo was saying how, you had more stacked talent and all that, and nowadays, it's a different era and whatnot. But he's like, no, the thing is, the people don't seem to have the same drive like they used to.
Yeah.
Stone Cold wasn't allowed to talk when he came in. They didn't want him to talk. They wanted, DiBiase to do everything for him. And he kept saying, this doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel right. Just give me a mic. Just give me a mic. He got 90 seconds. That's all he needed.
Yep.
And it's very important, but it's the truth. Same thing with The Rock. You got Rocky Maivia, the smiling blue chipper, and he's like, they hate me. I can't do this. And Russo's like, well, talk in the third person and tell them how you feel. You boo The Rock, and that's how we got into the people's eye, the people's eye. That's what we need.
Nowadays, all I see is
they need to have that drive.
They don't. They're like, oh, look, let me take an Instagram photo with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh, I'm Sasha Banks. I grew up watching you. And
they're more fans than
they're more like fans
stars.
Who got into the business. Like that's what when I see Sasha and all them, I'm like, hey, I grew up around that time. I'm a little bit older than Sasha. I mean, dude. Like, I don't know. It's just if
everybody's a fan. Obviously, if you're in wrestling, you don't do it because you don't like it.
But you
have
who's
to have
better?
A passion for the business.
Who's going to be better is guys like Warbeard Hansen, who just got hired by the WWE finally. Listen,
so happy,
dude. Warbeard Hansen trained me. This fucking guy trained me. Kofi, Sasha Banks. Think about that. This guy helped train Sasha Banks, Kofi Kingston, me, and multiple other people. And all those people made it to the WWE first. And that tells you a couple things. Number one, those people were young when they made it to the WWE. This guy has paid dues, been around the block, and he ain't going to just go in and go, whatever you say, Captain, I'll do it. Eventually he's going to say, oh, I think I should do this shit. You know what I mean? He's not going to be like, oh, whatever, I'm a star. It's not going to be like that. Red Enigma 23, thank you for subscribing to us here on twitch.tv/Joe Cronin JCS. We appreciate that. I am going to do out of nowhere here for the next couple weeks. We're trying to boost the audience up, get people aware of this channel. We also do a lot of gaming on this channel too. So we're going to be gaming on this channel as well. We certainly love these subscriptions. Red, thank you very much. And everybody else who drops money, donates, you guys fund the show. So if you guys love the show and you got a couple bucks and you want to help out, feel free to support the show by donating. The link's down below. Unless you are on a mobile device, then I think you have to click the exclamation point at the top right or something, and then it opens up PayPal somehow in the links and whatever. And all the donation amounts are listed on my YouTube channel. I should probably get them listed here on Twitch, and I'll get that soon. But yeah, the $10 one is still the Donald Trump Hillary one, and we're going to be doing PUBG after this show. Anyway, let me get out of this, but I just wanted to say congrats to Warbeard Hansen and to everybody that's going over there. We got a ton of new people going to NXT, and I'm happy for all of them. But
yeah, I mean, War Machine's there. Then we got Ricochet. I'm hoping Ricochet doesn't turn into one of those people that they bring into the Royal Rumble, or the Money in the Bank matches just to have him do what Kofi usually does, because he is such an amazing high flyer and so very athletic. He's on a complete next level. I hope they don't have him be like, the atypical cruiserweight that does extraordinary things, and they only see him in that, vain light. I hope they can really
hate that phrase.
Yeah, right. I do too. It really, really irks me. So I hope they can find a different niche for him than just being a high flying all-star.
I had heard some rumblings, no pun intended, that there was a concept of having an NXT only Royal Rumble. The takeover would be their own version of Rumble, but they would do it later on because they were treating Brooklyn as kind of like their WrestleMania. So they didn't want it to coincide with that, and they thought that would be a great way to introduce a lot of newer talent and have them be surprises and utilize a good chunk of the roster. But the problem is they don't know if they would have 30 people to pull it off, but that's when you would use that opportunity to introduce new people.
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly an interesting idea. Well, I wouldn't mind NXT having, their own version of a Money in the Bank and their own, more things to get people used to the roster, main roster. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, Misfit, we did talk about Kevin Nash already at the beginning of the show. We talked about him not being there. Sucks.
His Instagram post of his knee surgery is very graphic, too.
He said something like, see you, he'll be at Mania. He's like, see you at Mania. It's like, cool, he'll be at Mania. So let's talk a little bit about, by the way, guys, we are joined by OKFabe, Connor from OKFabe. Make sure you go sub him on YouTube. Good people. That's youtube.com/OKFaber. And Jake DeMarco is here at Countdown Ended on Twitter. And yes, we will be streaming PUBG in about 35 minutes. Daniel Bryan in the Rumble. Why is this a story on IGN? People actually are saying this now.
Matt Fowler, who does follow the wrestling on IGN, went ahead and released an article today saying WWE rumor, could Daniel Bryan actually win the Rumble? And he said there's a rumbling even that Daniel Bryan might win. And he's like, okay, back up, and this is a wild and outrageous internet speculation. But the reason this gained traction is because the Vegas odds have shifted quite a bit lately. As I said to you in the beginning, it was all for Nakamura. Then we saw a heavy buildup for Baron Corbin, then Dolph Ziggler. Then it went back to Nakamura. And now Daniel Bryan's odds shifted from 66-1 to 10-1. I mean, it doesn't guarantee anything, but it's enough to get everyone's hopes up. And he's right, so you figure, could make sense. You saw Daniel Bryan running the ropes, in a dark match a few weeks back on Twitter. There's a lot of possibilities here that he lays out at the end, and I think he did a good job. So I'm going to read from the article for most of it, but he says, well, let's explore the multiverse and Flashpoint. Basically, the worst that happens, Daniel Bryan doesn't wrestle. It's as we expect. There's no outcome from it. The next result is that Bryan can wrestle a little bit, but in a very limited capacity. Maybe he's just a special ref or an outside enforcer at Mania. He has nothing to do with the Rumble. The next result is that Bryan can go. He's limited, but he's able to be in a tag match. He's not in the Rumble, but he gets to team up against or with Shane McMahon at Mania. Because we still don't know if Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are going to take the title from AJ. That also has been thrown around more lately. Next result, cooking with gas, as he says, Bryan can go. He's in a match against Shane at Mania, not in the Rumble, but Shane plummets off something high through something hard, and we end up getting a good match. That I'd be okay with, too. The best outcome, Bryan can go. He's in the Rumble. He wins the Rumble and faces Styles or Nakamura and Styles in a triple threat at Mania. The best option here, he says, Bryan can go. He wins the Rumble, and at Mania he must defeat Shane McMahon, similar to what he did with Triple H, to be able to get into the championship main event. So he doesn't have to win the main event, but at least to see him get through Shane to get to the championship match.
I'm going to say...
Still, it's all speculation, but it was fun to,
I'm going to say that you will not see Daniel Bryan wrestle again. I've been saying this, but I'm going to say it again, reiterate it. Daniel Bryan will not wrestle for the WWE again. So it's not going to happen. Don't know where these things are coming from.
Yeah, I think it was just somebody that really wanted to push for Bryan. Or
was IGN? IGN wanted to get some traffic to their site.
I think that was also part of it, but it is true that the Vegas odds did shift before they wrote the article. I did check into that, so...
Okay.
I think
so there's other people I think it's just a desire to see Daniel back. He's still so hot, so personable, such an over the top, character that people do enjoy. Everybody wants him to return.
Well, there's always when you ever see a pay-per-view, there's always a betting shift in the odds right before it. And that's usually an indicator of who's going to win or not. And so that's what a lot of people are saying. I don't know if you guys brought this up earlier, but you see this especially with the Rumble, that there's always statistics about odds to win and blah, blah, blah. But usually you see a pretty decent shift towards whoever wins towards the end, no matter what, whether it's the Rumble or other matches.
Yeah.
Right before, usually the Friday or Saturday before a pay-per-view. So that's what I'm kind of keeping my eye on. It was kind of weird, all of a sudden, where the fuck did this come from? And I had heard some weird story that said Creative had pitched an idea for Daniel Bryan to win the Rumble, but that's as close to anything reputable that I've heard.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard anything that actually makes me believe he'll be back anytime soon, if at all. I'd love to see him return so badly. I would, give up my left nut at this point, but sadly, I don't.
You have to make him 30, though.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, it's what?
I said you have to make him spot number 30 if you did bring him back.
Yeah,
that
would be the most explosive pop I think anybody's ever heard, especially in Philly. Ugh.
Yeah, that would be pretty crazy, dude. That would be because they got robbed of this. I mean, this is
exactly, they missed out. This was supposed to be their time.
We've said for years. I mean, those two Rumbles, especially the one where Daniel didn't come out and it was Rey Mysterio. People were raging And then the next year, I mean, they were raging again. It was like they got robbed. I said, I don't think Roman Reigns will ever be right until Daniel Bryan wins a Rumble and becomes champion again, because people just see it as you pushed Roman Reigns and we lost the guy that we were cheering for. So that's why there's this big lull of shit within the WWE audience. If Daniel Bryan would never gotten hurt, they would have been able to do so much more stuff. They could have had, Bryan would have been so over. People would have been cheering for him everywhere. He would be the loudest superstar cheered for. He still is, I think. He still is. And he's a GM.
He's definitely the top guy.
Who dresses like a friggin' granola-eating homo, and he's like still the most over thing there is, in the company. And it's weird because it works for everybody. Oh, here comes the goon.
Love it.
Bryan versus Styles would be epic. Still prefer Bryan in NJPW. Joe, I'm blocked on Twitter.
Why?
Did you close your account or is it just me? I know I'm a fucking goon, but not ANY goon. Shout out to OHHHHHHHKFabe, Lodger Steiner Wiener.
Oh, man. The Goon, thank you, Goon, for the $10 donating live. Why would I block the Goon? The Goon is the shit. He always comments. I don't know, Goon. Shit, I have no idea. You're the balls. I don't know why you'd be blocked on Twitter. What is your Twitter handle? Because I can't find you. Are you at real? It's real Joe Cronin. Goon, send me a message somewhere or some shit. Because I'm confused why you would ever be blocked, Goon. Goon, thanks for the $10, man. I appreciate that. Hey,
message me, Goon, if you need to.
Yeah, message Jake. We'll figure that out.
It.
Yeah, message Connor. You're sending me your dick. No, I'm just kidding. Crazy Chris 10 just subscribed. Thank you, Crazy Chris, for supporting the channel. Really appreciate that. Crazy Chris.
4 months in a row for Crazy Chris.
Oh, shit. Oh, really? That's
Quattro from Crazy Chris. Buenos dias.
I'm sorry. It'd be actually Buenos noches. Shit bomb.
Buenos noches.
Hey guys, if you were in charge, what would you do if both Rumble winners accidentally botched and won instead of who was supposed to win? Let's say Elias accidentally eliminated Nakamura and won, and let's say that Nikki Cross accidentally eliminated Asuka.
Oh, I would run out there and tear both my quads.
It happened, but at least they both went over. But imagine if only one goes over, like they slip and something happens. I've always wondered that myself, but they could fix it by saying, they'll do what they had John Cena do. Remember when he won the Rumble, but then he put it on the line against CM Punk?
Yeah, it's easy to get out of it.
To face The Rock.
When do you think Orton will go heel again? He does his best work on the mic and in the ring as a heel.
Yeah.
This babyface Orton is lame as hell.
First of
I
all,
heard soon.
Yes, it should be soon. Javier, thank you for the $5, Javier. Let's hope that Randy Orton, I would think that Randy Orton would go heel for Mania. I think that would be a build they would go for Mania. Not wait till after, but do it now and have him feud with maybe even a guy like Bobby Roode, to be honest.
Last I heard, they wanted him heel sooner. It's just that they're having a hard time transitioning him back that way due to fans not wanting to boo against him, And
nobody, it seems like nobody really wants to see him, but nobody really wants to do anything with him. They kind of just want to, people just kind of want to cheer when his theme song hits and then see the RKO and that's it. So
yeah.
I think you're right. In a way, it's not just his fault. It's what we view him too. Yeah, you're right. If I was at a show, the only way I would want to see Randy Orton is if he was just going to come out, have like a 5-minute match, and RKO somebody.
Exactly. I mean, remember last year? I just rewatched it because they put it up on YouTube. I know I have the WWE, network subscription, but for some reason it was on YouTube. I'm like, oh, let me go back and rewatch the Rumble. They put the whole thing up on YouTube, and I'm like, all right, it'll pass some time. So I watched it, and again, I'm like, oh yeah, you know what's going to happen still, but I'm like, oh yeah, Randy Orton won, and you're like, oh yeah, Randy Orton won, because it was him and Bray and Roman. So we thought Roman was going to take it again at the end there. It really felt like it was going to happen. Bray gets eliminated, and then Randy ended up winning. So you're like, oh my God, it's not Roman, but it's Randy. So
I'll take
it, but it wasn't really anything to celebrate.
Man, going back and watching people's reaction when Roman came out at number 30 was sickeningly sweet. I enjoyed like people flip. Like the best ones I think I saw were bars reacting to it.
Yeah.
Oh,
like, there's
with
a whole
big groups.
Yeah. Oh,
that's still
great.
fun to watch. Like the boo for Ray, and then when Ray gets eliminated and they cheer.
Yeah, like what the fuck? And, you know what's funny? We're going back to that real quick. Heyman said, like, he goes, I think a majority of the Reigns hate isn't on Reigns for who he is. It's the fact that he's the poor circumstance of wrong guy, wrong time, and that if he said if you honestly got rid of the Daniel Bryan situation, he goes, I guarantee there would not be as much like polarizing opinions about Roman Reigns. I'm like, he's fucking right. Like if it wasn't for that
in the CM Punk podcast.
Yep.
By the way, emotes are coming on Twitch. I know that people that are subs should be able to use emotes. Twitch keeps denying my emotes. Like, I don't know, get it. And the weird thing is they take like 6 days to tell me, like, oh, nope, like wrong format or wrong whatever the fuck. So I'm still working on that, guys. I'm trying to get the emotes to work. So I am trying. I'm sorry about that. Twitch just pisses me off with that. But yeah, they should.
And the sub alerts, you said, because you lost all your donations. So there's a few things that got to be changed still.
Wait, what?
When you lost the donation songs and themes and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Some of that's missing, too. But no, the chat wants to have the emotes.
Yeah, donations there, but I know you're bringing back some of the donations too. So
what should we do? Yeah, lots of the donations are still missing. They'll be back soon. I'm still working on it. What do you guys think about the in the emotes? What do you want? I mean, there's me with the beer. I could do that one. My face. There could be like a bum. Like, I don't know. It could be like a goat eating a dick. Like, I don't know. No, we can't do that. They won't approve
I vote for naked kayfabe.
Ooh. The JCS logo. There could be the JCS logo.
I call where I am needed.
Get one that says FPG. That'd be great if we could figure out a way to.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm. Out of nowhere one.
Hosted radio. Thanks, man. We got a few minutes left. We got a little while. What else we got?
One of the things I was going to bring up, Raw viewership went up big time, says the article here. I mean, I wouldn't consider it big time, but...
Wait a minute, let me guess, okay, because they've been doing like a 2.9, 2.8. So let me guess, Raw went up to 3.1.
The first hour drew 3.573 million.
Wow.
Hour 2, Connor, drew 3.3. Hour 3 was 2.814 million. But still,
so what's the average of that?
It's I don't know. I don't have it here, but
but I bet you it's 3.1.
I bet you might be right. 3.25.
Oh, I was so close.
You were close.
So close.
Right there.
But that's really good because that's where Raw was when they were getting Goldberg on the show. So so that's not too bad. Not too bad, but still, that third hour
only with the aftermath of everything that happened with Brock last week. So
yeah,
I think it's mostly because of Strowman.
Yeah, absolutely, and they know it. And seeing Strowman run around and destroy everything. Once hour 2 ended, and they found out that he wasn't going to be coming back after he threw Michael Cole, and they said, all right, Braun, if they kept that going to hour 3. I think they would have sustained viewership longer because they lost almost 600,000 viewers in the third hour.
I'm not sure if you said this, Joe, in your Raw review. I didn't get a chance to watch yours, but that was one of my biggest complaints, is that they could have dragged that out. Maybe not even the whole show, but at least for another hour. Just having them go around it.
We did, Connor. I brought up several. Dude, I brought up several other things that Braun could have done that were funny as shit, by the way.
Oh, it was great. I was saying that he should have gone... When he was in the production truck, that was a fucking huge waste.
Yeah.
He should have, played with all... What does this do, like you said, Joe? And played with the buttons. And he should have changed the TV channel. You're watching Raw, and all of a sudden it clicks through, the gardening channel, like HGTV, and then Fox. You know what I mean? They could have done something like that.
Oh,
and then, it goes black and white. We said he should have taken out commentary and sat on commentary,
Who do you want to see in the Hall of Fame with Goldberg?
Renegade. It's a good question, Renegade. Doesn't look like it's going to be Undertaker now.
No.
So it'll be Goldberg, and man, that's a whole nother video, to be honest. That's a whole nother list.
There's some rumors around.
I at least want to see someone from the 80s who's not there.
Batista.
Yeah, is Batista, no. Somebody like Cyndi Lauper, and she's never been in it. Someone old school like that. Hey, who's not in it? Luger would be good. I'd love to see Luger in there.
British Bulldog.
I'd take Luger.
That's the one I think of.
Owen Hart, British Bulldog, Vader.
Vader's a great one.
But going back to what Jake was saying, thank you for the 100 bits, man.
Yeah, I like what you came up with too.
I said,
for Braun.
Connor, I said he should flip on flipping channels, and like there's a video in the locker rooms, you know what I mean, or in the building, and there's like the wrestlers are in there, and the guy says like, man, what the hell's wrong with Braun Strowman tonight? And then the other guy just goes, man, that guy's a fucking lunatic or something like that. You know, like, man, that guy's a lunatic. And then Braun just grabs like Kevin Dunn or somebody, goes, where is that? Where is that camera? Like, and then
I would have loved if he
catering.
hit a button and then pyro went off and goes, oh, there's the pyro.
Yeah, you know, like they could have done a lot of like fourth wall stuff. But like Joe said, you know, he goes ahead and he's like, where is that? And he finds out that he's in, locker room B, you know, and he bursts through the wall.
Or if it was like it was catering, because like maybe they don't have locker room cameras, but the catering one. Either way, and like, yeah, he bursts through the wall, kicks the door in, but we get the shot from the truck. So you're watching it from the video, which looks hilarious because there's no sound. Or maybe there is because whatever. But the fucking door blows in, and then he's in there and he beats the shit out of the guys on the camera. And then he just looks at the camera and goes, brah!
So many different things he could have done. I would have
Dragged
also
him
had him
out.
go into the cruiserweight locker room and just start tossing guys like comically out the door.
Oh, yeah. The way he should have on the stage taken Michael Cole and threw him onto like a crash mat, but threw him through, you know how they have the smaller Trons at the bottom that are on the stage itself? Like when they bump into them, they make it look like they're staticking. They could have went through that because those are soft. So throw Cole through that and could have landed on a mat in the back, you know, or throw him over the stage onto something. But landing him gently on like, you know, 12 security guards did nothing. That's not going to take him out for the night. That's not even going to hurt him. And his face was ridiculous. So
he should have taken Michael Cole in the back and tied him to a chair and force-fed him catering.
And why did he not hit Kurt Angle?
No, I don't know.
I mean, they fought each other at, you know, the freaking pay-per-view. Why would you not go all out and attack Kurt Angle?
Yeah, why not have him? Yeah, hit Angle.
He should have chased him down. If you just fired me, I'm going to hurt you. I'm not going to go around and blow everything else. I'm going for you, Terminator style.
I did also make the note that now Kurt decides to fucking decide that Braun's a fucking dangerous person when he flipped a goddamn ambulance a couple months back. No, that's cool. But,
can we talk?
You know.
I mean, we can talk about Kurt Angle's acting too. I mean, what the hell, bro?
McRan.
Like, oh my god, those trucks are worth $12 million.
I fucking died laughing when he said that. I'm like, why did you need to fucking specifically? How about it controls the whole fucking show, not the value of it, you idiot?
That's what I said. You know, he's going to take the show off the air. Not it's worth so much money.
Now, I know that some of you didn't get to see the video I made, so I'm gonna, for the benefit of the people that didn't see the video, this is why you need to follow me on Twitter, by the way, at Real Joe Cronin on Twitter. But here's the video that I made. Enjoy this for the people that haven't seen it. I'm sure there's at least a couple hundred of you. Well represented.
I would love to see Kurt Angle's brain after he dies.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I said that the other day though. I said get this guy a CT scan. I honestly did. I was like, yo, get him a CT scan. Something might be wrong.
He's got a posture that's one thing away from like a walker.
He walks like the WWE Raw video game from 2000 on the Xbox. It's
oh my god, you're absolutely right.
You remember that? Like the way it's so weird. Like, I'm like, that's it right there. That's what they all
like
had.
A slight hunch. You're right.
Yeah, like it's. It was called Raw or something like that. All right, good. Here's the video.
Stephanie McMahon. Oh god, they're worth $12 million.
He said Stephanie McMahon and that they were worth $12 million.
Stephanie McMahon. Oh god, they're worth $12 million.
Oh, Stephanie McMahon.
That needs to be a donation.
If it weren't for copyright stuff, I would do that.
That's right.
That one's a little messed up. That one too much there, but Stephanie McMahon.
Stephanie McMahon.
The referee. I thought the referee did such a great job acting too. He ran in. He was like, "Kurt, it's Strowman. He's out at the production trucks or whatever." And then, oh my God, they're worth $12 million. Like it was like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, what happened to Kurt Angle?
I love how Strowman also was stopped by a red curtain for some reason. Like he destroyed everything in front of it. I don't know. The whole thing was comical.
He remembered that the women were getting dressed behind the curtain or something.
They just rips it out. Yeah! And they're like, oh well, never mind.
You know, but there should have just been so many things. Like I really like the idea of Braun taking out everybody on commentary, even if he just scares them away, sits down while a match is going on. In the middle of the match, you hear his theme song. He walks to the commentary table, sits down, puts on the headset, and then just starts with his "I'm not finished," that kind of stuff. But his random one-liners into the headset, so he's taking over commentary.
So,
just
Brian,
for,
hey, can I want to say happy birthday to my friend in Australia. Happy birthday to Champ Chong. What's up, Champ?
Oh,
you
happy birthday,
motherfucker.
Champ.
How you doing, bro? Happy birthday, you son of a bitch. You barely make videos anymore, but happy birthday, Champ. Call the show again sometime. We'll talk. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I used to watch, Gorilla Man back in the day with all the gaming news. He hasn't made anything in a while.
I still watch his videos that come out once every 2 months. Peter Chow's the same way. Both good guys that talk to me, and they had over hundreds of thousands of subs too, which I didn't. It's crazy, but they both don't really make videos anymore. Peter Chow does like acting, so he does real acting now. Kind of got rid of YouTube, and Champ Chong, I think Champ has some kind of other business that he does. Obviously, because why would you ever stop making YouTube videos unless you were? Yeah,
especially so close to 1 million subs at that point. And
yeah, he was like maybe he hit 900,000 subs, and then
he was up there.
Then it got down to 8, and then he kind of stopped. I don't know.
And he was being invited to WWE shows to interview the stars and wrestlers and stuff.
Yeah, he's with the 2K guys. I remember
he was getting out there.
He got in that fight with Keemstar, and then that's around when he kind of stopped again. I don't know.
Yeah, it was unfortunate.
Well, fuck it anyway. What's up, Champ Chong? Go fuck yourself. It's your birthday.
Before we get out of here, the two things I wanted to address quickly. One, The Rock apparently is set to make an appearance on Raw 25th anniversary. We don't know if it's in person, but Cage Side Seats is reporting that there's talk of The Rock making a surprise appearance at the anniversary show, mostly probably via satellite. That's okay. So how could he not say something?
Sorry.
Also on that list is Christian. So Captain Charisma will be there Monday as well. So that's cool.
I'm sorry.
The one that shocked me was Jericho.
Yeah, Jericho being added to the list, I was baffled by. I was like, all right, Mr. New Japan's coming back to Raw.
He'll be back. It'll be all good. It'll be like a surprise again. He'll bring Kenny Omega's head.
And then one more thing is that House Hardy to reunite on WWE TV. Like we said, we saw Vanguard 1 operating once again. Apparently, they're working on filming a final deletion between Bray and Matt Hardy.
There you go.
So,
they gotta do it for
right here, Matt Hardy tweeted out yesterday that, trust me, Woken Warriors, Senior Benjamin, Queen Rebecca, King Maxwell, Lord Wolfgang, and Vanguard 1 will all be appearing imminently. The incomparable Senior Benjamin is currently optimizing the green beans within the greenhouse garden at the Hardy compound. Stupendous, so they're on their way.
He did do a couple of YouTube videos since he's become Woken, and I know one of them was like a 25-second quick one, and it's from the view of Vanguard 1, so it's a drone. It just flies up to him, and he turns around and goes, Vanguard 1, I knew you'd come. And I'm like, holy fucking yes.
See, that's the stuff we need to see. This is what they should be showing on Raw, not him laughing and having a, crap throwaway match.
Yeah, why is it always got to be like,
to the audience.
Here comes the broken segment? Like, why don't they do like that happens at the beginning of the night, then later on he has the match or shows up, and then later on again you see another cut from him on YouTube? Like, why not keep doing those like throughout the night? That way you're always like, oh, when's the next Hardy thing going to happen? That would keep people invested. You could spend 7 minutes on Hardy throughout the night. I mean, it wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, you can split it up, but you're telling me you can't do that 30-second clip anywhere in a 3-hour show?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it would have been better that way. I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to make the casual audience understand. That's the only thing I could possibly think of, is trying to have the casual people who don't understand what the fuck this is and drill it into their heads. This is him. This is what his deal is now. If you don't know what this is, and then they'll start to. I think once we're past the Rumble, we're gonna see a lot of hell. I'd love to see some crazy shit in the Rumble. Imagine Vanguard 1 like just flies down to the ring. Like, that'd be fucking amazing.
We said that I really wanted to see them sort of square off like Bret Hart, Stone Cold, like in the Rumble, where it's just the two of them. Maybe even number 1 and number 2. That'd be kind of cool. Like,
well, we could.
But then they eliminate each other maybe, and then they're fighting throughout the building for the rest of the time, and then they can announce like, there's only one way to solve this. I will delete you. And then maybe that they have a deletion, and then at WrestleMania they have a match.
Wouldn't be surprised if they did something at the Rumble, had a singles match at the Chamber pay-per-view because that's Raw. Something stupid or crazy happens and like there's no real clear-cut winner, and then Mania is the final, because that's the only reason why I would think they would put Hardy in the Rumble.
Yeah, I mean, I think so too, but I guess I would be surprised if they did the deletion at Mania. But I mean, not really. It's the biggest stage, but I don't know. I feel like I don't know if they. Maybe, well, if it was a deletion, the best thing would be if they did the Piper Goldust thing and they kept cutting back to it like it was happening somewhere, like back to.
I keep going back to the freaking House of Horrors match. People want to see stuff in the ring. It's hard to do that, especially at like a Mania. I know they're trying to make it such a big deal. I don't know,
but I think people want the final. Yeah, I think people want the final deletion thing though, and they understand like, okay, we know it's not going to happen, or at least most of it's not going to happen in the ring. I think people who get it and understand it. I mean, shit, you saw the reaction Mania last year.
Yeah,
I think people will. The majority of people who understand what this is and what we're getting from it, I think they understand that that's what we're aiming towards, and that's what we're,
But Matt does still have matches, and I think the thing is, the deletions, while they are the best thing in a way, the deletions help get Matt over in the matches. Like, so when he comes out, you're like, oh my God, this is the guy that we've been seeing. He's great, Matt Hardy. But like without the deletions and stuff, he just comes out and he's sort of woken, and you're like, okay, cool, I guess. But so the deletion needs to be there to bring that on. But like, why were we so happy to see Matt Hardy at WrestleMania? You know what I mean? Why are we so happy the Hardys were back at WrestleMania? Much of it was, at least for other people, it was because, the Hardys are back. But for a lot of people that watch TNA or that watch what Matt Hardy did, you were extra excited for Matt to be back. Not because the Hardys are back in WWE, but, oh my God, that's the guy who does the delete shit. Like, that's fucking, that's woke, that's broken Matt Hardy. And you're more excited in the match and him and everything they do because of the deletion. The deletion sets up the ability for his limited in-ring, moveset now. To kind of excite you and stuff. So so I mean, you can do it at WrestleMania. It would be epic and it would be cool. I'm happy either way, to be honest. They could do it either way and I'd be happy. So I just hope they execute it the proper way.
Yeah, I just hope it happens. Exactly.
Right. Just execute it the right way. That's all I care about. Real special announcement this Friday night. The belt is on the line, guys. If you are a fan of Monetize This, the first ever champion,
Almost Ken,
takes on Leah and myself for the Monetize This championship. $1 equals 1 point. Who are you going to give the points to? It's going to be amazing. And just announced earlier today,
Justin Bailey
will be added to the match due to the controversy that perhaps Leah didn't really win the other night, which would have put Leah and JB at 1 point apiece, which would have eliminated them from the match, which would have made the match only me versus Ken. But because of the fact that JB took work off to be here Friday anyway, and that controversy, rather than eliminate them from the match, we are adding Justin to the match to now make it a
fatal fucking four-way for the Monetize This Heavyweight Championship.
So that is big news this Friday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Be on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Joe Cronin Show. We're going to have a lot of topics to talk about. It's going to be a lot of fun. People are going to get drunk. But in the background, going off probably all night, it's going to be fucking crazy. We are going to find out if Ken can retain that title or if somebody else is going to become the second person ever to hold that Monetize This championship.
Damn, I can't believe that inbred hick weaseled his way into the title fight. I'm telling you. Look at that fatal four-way, though.
Somebody else said that, but technically, I mean, I looked at the tape, and we're going to make some clear...
No, I know. It's all in good fairness.
It is. We're gonna acknowledge, though. We're going to bring up...
I mean, you already told me that you won, so...
Well, I'm going to win.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that, right?
Oh, I always win. I will. I'll fucking win. Well, why does Ken have the belt then? But no, I will. I will be saying, like, that when you donate, it's due to that exact time.
I hope Tori Wilson, Trish, Lita, and Stacey are in the Women's Royal Rumble.
I think I think a couple of them might be. I don't know if all of them will be Renegade, but I'm sure some of them will be Renegade. Thank you for the bits. But yeah, Renegade, I appreciate that. But I will be. It will be by the minute. So like, if you donate and like, if it's like, okay, this is over at, 3:30 in the morning. If it comes in late, it's going to be too bad. We're going to have to call it too bad. You know what I mean? Because we just have to be down to the T. But, it's hard when someone drops a big load. What, Leah?
The problem with that is the delay. Like, my donation came in, but it doesn't show on the screen.
Yeah, it doesn't show on the screen. Technically, they did it in time, but it didn't come through. I guess you're right. I guess what we could do is just take the minutes and go back. Like, it doesn't tell me the time it was dropped, but it does say 9 minutes ago. So you can look at the clock and say, oh, well, this came through 9 minutes ago. So that would make it.
But no, I mean, even the delay between when we are talking.
ShiBUM. Nobody can hear you.
Nakamura doesn't deserve to win the Rumble. He has been poorly misused on SmackDown and hasn't a PPV match by pinfall or submission since Backlash.
Yeah.
WWE should just surprise us with the winner like Titus O'Neil.
Ouch. Yeah, but
He's in
this is
catering.
a chance for him to...
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he's in catering. This is a chance to rebuild Nakamura. This is a chance to give us a reason, to get behind him again. This could be the starting point that he needs. So I think this would definitely be a shot in the arm, a good boost in the right direction.
They've
I'm
done that with
sticking
Money in the
with it.
Bank briefcase winners too, where they just lose a lot and then
Then they win. Look at Dolph Ziggler and look at Baron Corbin. They've done it with them a little bit too.
Baron Corbin lost the briefcase after winning it, and then everything that happened with him, and then he won the U.S. title. So
CJ Crum, thank you, man, for the $5. Becoming a $5
we still don't know how
ShiBUM.
Dolph Ziggler. Sorry, I thought you were in there. Is going to play into the U.S. Championship in the Rumble. So.
Where's Ty Dillinger?
Ty Dillinger, I saw a joke thing before where he tweeted Shane. He's like, "I want to be in the Rumble," and they're like, "Your spot in the Rumble is tentative," and it's like, I hope he's there, but it's not going to matter anyways.
Yeah, I
And
don't
we
know,
also
man.
have, like the Women's Rumble, we have Ronda Rousey, who's officially signed to see where she falls into this arrangement.
That's going to be interesting, man. What's going to go on there?
Oof,
Because you got Asuka, you got Ronda Rousey situation. Who else could people have weird shit been going on about Eva Marie? Now there's rumors about her. I don't know if you heard those. There's actually rumors about Eva Marie too now.
Yeah, and even I said that to you the other day. They're talking about how she battled back from alcoholism, and before she became a wrestler, and they want to use her as a positive role model now that she made her business a big success, and they're thinking about bringing her back.
Jesus, I
That's
would love to
troubling.
know.
Interesting, but troubling.
I want to
and
know.
PW Stream said with Rousey, they don't expect to see her in the Rumble though, unless WWE is craving major mainstream attention, which they always are, because they still want to have the 4-on-4 horsewoman match at Mania.
Oh, all 4 women against each other.
No, the 4 horsewomen against their version of the 4 horsewomen.
Oh,
So
oh God.
4-on-4.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They should do that at Survivor Series. I don't want to see that at Mania. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I agree. I wouldn't be surprised if they did something along the lines of Ronda being at ringside while Shayna Baszler is in the Women's Royal Rumble, and some bullshit goes down, and that's the catalyst.
And that's what sets off the 4v4.
Yeah.
I think you're right, because Shayna, is in NXT now. She just debuted, a week ago?
Right.
2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
No.
Well, we saw her in the women's. We saw her in the Mae Young thing, right? So I mean, she was pretty good there.
I'm saying, as far as NXT, it's only been a couple weeks. So
Yeah.
Right. But I
Yeah.
mean, that's what I think. If Ronda's not in the Rumble match itself, that to me makes the most logical sense of having her like accompany Shayna or be at ringside during the Women's Rumble, and some shenanigans and bullshit takes down. Maybe Ronda inadvertently costs Asuka the Rumble match, and then that sets up, because that's technically Asuka's first loss, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be.
And then,
Well, I mean, a Rumble match wouldn't really be that she got pinned, though. So
right? No, I mean formalities and technicalities, but I mean that would be like at least some catalyst to start them. That's just off the top of my head, though.
yeah, I could see that. I could see them doing that. Maybe it's more interesting than what they would do. I mean, they're pretty much doesn't feel like they're going to do anything with Sasha at this point. It feels like they tried and they went, we thought she was like a #1 star of everything, but it ends up being that after everything that she seems just like kind of like an upper mid card female, which is
Sounds like Bailey more than Sasha.
Well, Bailey's almost like a lower mid card at this point, but or a mid card. But I still think Sasha's an upper mid card. At least that's how she is right now. But it's too bad, man, because I'll never forget that chill of her every time she entered an NXT arena with that championship and her music hit. there was like a chill I felt. Like I felt like I was watching greatness. It was amazing. And now it's completely lost. And I can't even believe it. Like I really can't. If you go back and watch her in NXT when she was the champion, Sasha Banks, it just felt like I felt like she was the most important champion in the company at the time. Like I was like, I love watching her.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you entirely. You know, that's how I felt about Bayley for a long time too, and Finn. You know, I adored Finn. You know, before he was Prince Fergal. And
did you adore him? What else did you do to him?
I fantasized about him.
There's a hole in the wrestling, buddy.
Oh my God, I adore him so much.
I didn't despise him.
I'm sorry.
Despised me.
I mean, they still haven't even decided who's going to walk away with the Universal Championship.
Sorry. I had to do it.
It's got to be Brock. I think what they're doing is they're building up Strowman, and they're putting Strowman as the focus because Brock's going to pin Kane.
Yeah, but as of right now, from everything that I've heard directly, is that they're still considering heavily having Braun pin Kane. And then Brock loses the belt.
Wow.
But indirectly, and then they face off. They do the Elimination Chamber thing. Brock gets it back, and then Braun and Brock face each other at Mania instead of Roman. And Roman does something with The Miz for the IC title, and they might shift it. But that's just few and far between.
I feel like there's more money in Braun chasing it. I was thinking about that, like how cool it would be to Braun to win the championship. I'm like, part of me is going, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. And him getting a victory over Kane doesn't, to beat Brock doesn't feel like the right move. No. I agree with you. I wouldn't mind seeing Brock beat Kane and, then Braun gets a chance at Mania, but I just don't want it to be another thing with Roman at this point.
It's just in Braun Strowman's schedule because of the truck flip on Raw to face off against Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime.
You're back again.
Roll out. Autobots.
Autobots, go inside me. Autobots.
I wish I could find the clip. That was
ascend
one of my
into my
favorites.
asshole.
It was a gift somebody put together. They had Optimus Prime. I think it was that Robot Chicken show. Might have been one of them, something like that. Where they're like, "Oh, Optimus Prime came to save us," and everybody gets inside his truck, and then he transforms, and just blood leaks out of the cab. They all got squished inside.
This summer, Autobots eat me out.
I'm sorry. Okay. We got to get out of here. As far as Out of Nowhere, we're going to stay live. We're going to do PUBG. We're going to play some games right now, right here on Twitch for you. But before we go, thank you to Jake DeMarco, and thank you to Connor from Fabe on YouTube. Guys, if you want to watch my wrestling show on YouTube, make sure you check it out, youtube.com/Joe Cronin Show on YouTube. This video will be uploaded to YouTube later. I'm just kidding. And what else did I want to say? I don't know. We're going to be playing PUBG. Oh, yeah, Leah.
Two new shows, right?
Leah's walking around doing this with a Nintendo. She's doing something in a game, but it's just like she's been jerking off nothing for like hours every day.
It's getting you all excited.
Yeah, I'm just walking around kind of like, I just want to fuck something now. Like, why do you have to do this? So it's really stupid because it's just making me more angry. Like, the longer I go with that not being me, like, the more upset I'm getting. So yeah, let's turn this into a PUBG stream. And guys, hang out. Feel free to donate to the rest of the night. Drop some bits. Make us want to stay on later, and we'll stay up all night if you keep dropping shit. And we'll have some fun. We'll kill people, and we'll go nuts. Jake's going to be here. I'll be here. Wolf will be here. And somebody else will be here. I don't know who else. Connor from Fabe, you are a sexy man. Do you guys want to say anything before we go?
No. No. Just the fact that we got, a lot to go through Monday. I'm really looking forward to see what happens. I mean, we speculated a great deal. I'm excited. We just got to get to, the 25th anniversary of Raw now. Does The Undertaker get interrupted by Cena? Who comes back? Who returns? Does CM Punk have a segment thanking for his spot on the list? There's a lot of potential there. So I'm excited for Raw for the first time in a long time.
Right. Yeah, dude.
Autobots roll out of my asshole.
Autococks.
Meets the eye.
This gonna be fucking nuts, bro. Dude, I swear to God, I'm gonna run over 3 fucking people tonight in this game. I'm running over 3 fucking people in this game tonight.
I saw a clip. Guy got a quad kill. He ran over 4 people in a buggy that were laying down at the end. Didn't even know it. All of a sudden, he just flipped and got the kill.
Oh, my God. That's fucking awesome. We can't find the other people's microphone. All right, well, Out of Nowhere is essentially over, guys, but we are staying live.